Hello, welcome to Books with Laura. Today we're going over the Geography and Maps Activities book for beginners for ages 6 and up. Now, I bought this book for my son when he was in first grade, and I think it might have been a little bit overwhelming for him. So now that he's a couple years older, I think this one is a much better fit for him. This is all of the things that they talk about: making sense of maps, introducing world geography, discovering the continents, and then each continent gets a few pages dedicated to it. They begin with what is a map and a bird's eye view. Here's making sense of symbols, and this is the last that we worked on it. Again, I really think that now that my son's a little bit older, he'll be able to understand and appreciate a lot of this stuff more, like north, south, east, and west. Here's learning about grids. It teaches kids how to do grid work like that, and then using the coordinates that they give them. They want them to write the symbols in the grid. What do map scales show you? Here's some more activities. I think my son will enjoy this more because we're going to be driving from Florida all the way to California. So I think this will be a nice way to kind of integrate learning as we travel the U.S. So I'll be tricking him. He'll be thinking that it's fun, but he'll actually be learning too. Here's Thematic Maps, and it shows you the legend of like growing crops, making products to sell, and then kids can color according to how the map is laid out. Here's let's see, catching on to continents. So it shows the continents here, and then the kids have to write the letter with the corresponding outline. Use the map on the opposite page to help you name these oceans. If you travel from North America to Europe, you will have to cross my salty waters. And they're nice enough to have a map there so the kids can just go to the next page and reference it. Here's drawing the boundary line. What country is north of the United States? What country is south? Here's the hemisphere and the equator. Here they give them, they name different things, and the kids have to go through and color. That's one of the main activities that the kids do. Here's a lot of coloring, actually. Here's lines of latitude and longitude, and then they get a little bit more difficult by giving them actual coordinates to find and then writing in whatever's on those coordinates. Here's explaining time zones. Use a red crayon to color the United States, including Alaska. Use a pink crayon to color the country that borders the United States on the north. This is a great homeschool workbook as well. Canadian culture. This is also an awesome feature about this book, is that they don't just teach about maps, but they also teach about the culture as well. You'll see as we go through, there's a few activities to do too. Which state is where? So they have state riddles, and then the kids have to write in what state they're talking about. Here's outlines of the states, and then the kids have to write in. This would be great to also correspond it with some puzzles. If you have some map puzzles like we do, that would be nice to have some puzzle time, and then get them doing some activities. Look up some YouTube videos of like the state song or the continent song, anything like that. Celebrating the regions. So it talks about the Rocky Mountain, Pacific, Southwest, Midwest, etc. Mexico and Central America. Here it has different colors, and then it says how to say it, and then the word in Spanish. Here's South America. Here's how to make a Native American ring stick. And then they have words in Spanish and then words in Portuguese as well. Here's some more South America. This city in Colombia is in the mountains. This is the capital of Argentina. Its name means fair winds. And then they can just look at the map and write it down. There's customs in South America and animals, and then a little crossword puzzle. More coloring. Here's Europe, and they go through landmarks of Europe. This is about population, so it shows you the legend is not crowded, a little crowded, crowded, and very crowded. And then there's a bar graph for the kids to do. Here's a crossword puzzle. Here's a map. Australian outback, people of Australia. They want you to do a drawing like the Aborigines. Here's the Australian word and the meaning. 8 parts of Australia, living and working in Australia. Here's Antarctica. There's a code. Yeah, this book seems really fun. I think my son will like this now as an 8-year-old. Here is a glossary at the back of the book. And the answers to the questions. This one says $7.99. I'll post the Amazon link below. There's also an intermediate one that I do not have, but I'll post a link to that one too. This is the beginners. Thanks for watching.